Now on CoastTV News.
Be careful out there. We're starting with areas of dense fog this morning. Otherwise, another very mild January day. Then a cool down into the weekend and more rain in the forecast, too. I'll have the details on Futurecast coming up.
Ties with key partner, the move made by renewable energy company Ørsted in its efforts to build a wind farm off of our coast.
Students' gun scheme. We're telling you about the second arrest that was made in the Cape Henlopen High School gun scare from last week.
Milton Waterworks, what property owners could decide this weekend for the future of the town's water system.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is January 26, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Thank you for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, Paige, can we talk about how warm it was getting out the door this morning?
How nice was that?
It was like late spring, early summer feel.
It was insane how I put my coat on, and then I got to the office and got out. I'm like, I need to take this off. I mean, it was hot. But also, on the drive over, we got to talk about that.
Okay.
Patchy, dense fog, especially if you're in those back road areas, a lot of deer. There were a couple close calls this morning. I don't want you to experience the same thing. So let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahi. Bob, when can we expect this fog to clear up?
Good morning, Paige. Good morning, Matt. Paige, I think the fog will start to lift mid-morning, but until then, we're in and out of that dense fog, so use those low-beam headlights as low as a half mile in Ocean City, and we are seeing some of the dense fog, especially along coastal areas this morning. That's why we have a dense fog advisory inland bays right along the coast and also back into Kent and Caroline counties into the eastern shore of Maryland. Look how mild it is. Inland areas, 66 Salisbury, 64 Georgetown, Milton 62, but much cooler with the fog along the beaches in the 40s and low 50s. So almost two seasons going on here as we have a southwesterly breeze right now. Mainly cloudy skies, patchy fog. I think we're seeing some breaks, and we've got some showers to our north and west with a warm front lifting through. But the big story is the breeze is picking up and the temperatures mid-60s mid-morning. Then as we go into the afternoon, I think we're topping out the low 70s in a lot of areas. It's still very mild into this evening. Our dayport forecast has us in the low 70s today, but it's the last warm day. We've got big changes into the weekend. I'll talk about that coming up.
Well, this morning, the effort in finding new money for a proposed wind farm off of our coast continues. It was less than 24 hours ago that we learned renewable energy company Ørsted is cutting its ties with the state of Maryland. This deals with the effort in the Skipjack Wind Farm project. This impacts Governor Wes Moore's aggressive energy policy. Now, the wind farm has been a source of controversy since it was announced. We went to Ocean City yesterday to get a better sense of how this development is being received, and here is what one person told us.
They're producing jobs from the local area. I'm not too certain about that. Are the benefits from the wind farm coming to the area? I'm not too certain about that.
And we will break down the Ørsted announcement and the response from Maryland Governor later on CoastTV News Today.
New this morning, changes to Delaware's medical marijuana code moving forward after getting approval by one chamber in the General Assembly. It was on Thursday. The State House voted 26-10 to approve this amendment. This removes the requirements for a patient to have a debilitating medical condition to qualify for a medical marijuana card. Instead, healthcare providers, they will determine if patients qualify. It's now in the state Senate for review.
We got developing news. We now know that a second teen turned himself in to Delaware State Police. This is the case of the gun that was brought last week to Cape Henlopen High School. The teens arrested. They're not being charged as adults.
Troopers say a 15-year-old student passed the gun to a 17-year-old at Rehoboth Beach last Tuesday. They conspired to conceal it at school the following day.
Yeah, troopers say the 15-year-old who turned himself in is being charged with possession of a deadly weapon by a person under 18, possession of a firearm in a safe school zone, and conspiracy second degree.
Police say the student was also issued a no-contact order with the Cape Henlopen School District.
Now, in a statement to CoastTV News, Superintendent Bob Fulton says, quote, the second arrest is a direct result of the Delaware State Police's investigation of last week's incident at Cape Henlopen High School. The district is continuing to fully cooperate with Delaware State Police. The district says neither student has returned to school since the incident on January 17th, and disciplinary actions will be addressed per both the Student Code of Conduct and state law.
A man was arrested in Milton on felony gun charges this week. Delaware State Police say 32-year-old Alonzo Coker of Felton, he was speeding on Coastal Highway near Eagle Crest Road. Troopers say his license was revoked and he had a gun concealed under things on the floor of his vehicle. Coker was submitted to Sussex Correctional Institution on more than $25,000 cash bond. Carrying a concealed firearm, it's a felony, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a person prohibited driving with a suspended or revoked driver's license, and speeding.
In the final budget he will submit as Delaware's Governor, John Carney is putting a focus on public schools and health care.
Yeah, the proposed budget made public on Thursday, more than 8% larger than last year. Carney wants to invest $2 billion into health care and $2.1 billion into public education.
That includes over $122 million to make the salaries of state jobs more competitive. According to Carney, the goal is to start teachers at a salary of $60,000 by 2028.
The budget aims to pay $169.5 million to renovate and build new schools statewide. The governor also hopes to increase funding for Medicaid and insurance plans by spending $200 million more on the health care in this year's budget.
It's nearly 40% of our operating budget. This is an item that had been a priority. If we had established a priority of ours, starting the administration, try to get our arms around healthcare cost inflation, not just for state employees, not just for Medicaid, but for businesses across our state.
And the budget must clear the Delaware General Assembly before Governor Carney can sign that into law. That's supposed to happen June 30th, the last day of the legislative session. Then the new fiscal year begins July 1st.
Happening Saturday in Milton, town officials claim millions of dollars is needed for upgrades to the water system, and property owners will make the determination to allow Milton to borrow that money. What is being proposed is over $1.7 million for water main replacement under Cary, Walnut, Magnolia, Mill Streets, and Bay Avenue. Nearly $4 million for the Federal Street Water Tower. The borrowed money will come from the Delaware Drinking Water State Revolving Fund. Voting in person will be at the fire station on Front Street from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
People at a nursing home are recovering this morning from an overnight fire. This was along John J. Williams Highway at the Cadia Healthcare Nursing Home. Ultimately, the fire was contained to a mechanical room thanks to the on-site sprinkler system.
The evacuation was started, but as a result of the containment of the fire, there will be no residents displaced.
A $1 million grant is set to increase primary care access in Sussex County. BB Healthcare says the money from Highmark, Delaware will help pay for a new clinic in Longneck for the family medicine residency. Now, with a full staff of residents, doctors say they'll be able to provide about 7,000 primary care appointments. A groundbreaking event will be scheduled for later this year with the developer.
All right, take a look at the brand new state-of-the-art athletic facility at Seaford High School. The revamped building has a bit of everything from the school logo to a new weight room, equipment, and training spaces. The Seaford School District says capacity restrictions during the COVID pandemic prompted the remodeling of this space. And the district says the building is essentially located in the heart of the athletic fields and the middle and high school campus.
Legislation to address the crisis at the southern border might have to wait until next year. Republicans are helping negotiate a bipartisan Senate deal.
But former President Donald Trump, he's urging his party to stop it. Amy Kiley shows us the intense battle between the federal government and views from the Texas governor.
I hope no one is trying to take this away for campaign purposes.
Some Republicans backing a Senate border deal are expressing frustration. That's after former President Donald Trump urged his party to reject it.
I don't doubt that he wants a perfect deal, so do I on it. But we've got to be able to figure out how to be able to do something right now.
Trump says passage would let Democrats share the political win.
I just reject the idea that we should reserve a crisis for a better time to solve it.
Hardline House Republicans already say they don't want to compromise. New obstacles mean the bumpy path to a deal might be at a dead end.
They're saying, hey, to protect President Trump, we need to make sure we don't vote on this.
Polls show immigration is the top issue for GOP voters. Now a border bill might not be possible this year. It could take even longer if Republicans don't win total control of the government and still won't compromise. That is, unless Democrats meet all their demands. In Texas, Governor Greg Abbott says he's fed up. He's ordering further deployment of razor wire along parts of the Rio Grande. That's despite a Supreme Court ruling that lets Border Control take it down. Abbott cites a constitutional right to rally troops during invasions.
It's not the kind of invasion that they were thinking of in 1787.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
No, we're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, coming up, pushing for another way to lay loved ones to rest. We'll show you the new proposal that's making its way through the Delaware General Assembly.
Also ahead this morning, the Lewis line still on the line. We'll tell you what came out of a city council discussion on that topic and what's next.
And possible hunting changes in the first state. We'll tell you about the new rule involving game birds that's making its way through the General Assembly. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Here at Buchanan Subaru, our salespeople don't work off of commission. Customer satisfaction and their family's safety will always be our top priority. In fact, I'm so confident in my team that if you become our customer, I'll even give you my own personal cell phone number. Head on over to buchanansubaru.com. Check out this month's car, truck, and trailer specials and sales happening in our service department. Then give us a call or just stop in. Better service, better deals, Buchanan Subaru.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
5:12 on this foggy Friday morning. Right now, our Irish Eyes cam from Lewis showing the fog, limited visibility, 54 along the coast. So it's chilly along the coast. We've got some of that fog, dense marine fog advisory until noon there. And then we've got one also to our north and west of Sussex County. As we're seeing that thicker fog along the coast, we've got 60s inland, but look at the temperatures along the coast into the 40s and 50s. So watch out around those school buses this morning. Limited visibility. Stop when the school buses stop. 63, and then heading home for the kiddos, very mild, maybe a stray shower in 68.
Well, new this morning, hunters in Delaware may have more opportunities when it comes to game birds. On Thursday, a bill in the State House was approved that eliminates the ban on hunting game birds like geese and doves on Sundays. Currently, deer can be hunted on Sundays in the state, and this amendment is now in the Senate for consideration.
The Chesapeake Bay program has released its annual Bay Barometer report showcasing progress in the Chesapeake Bay watershed's health and restoration. According to the report, female blue crab numbers have increased by 12%, and over 1 million acres of land have been protected from development. Additionally, oyster reef restoration and public access to the bay are well on track. However, challenges do remain in areas like forest buffer planting and wetland restoration. More details on that report can be found on CoastTVnews.com. Apple's European customers soon facing new fees and restrictions with software downloads outside the App Store. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. This comes after the European Commission began to enforce the Digital Markets Act, which aims to cut down the power of big tech firms. The European rules are designed to make it easier for customers to move between services.
Tesla shares plunged as much as 11% after the market opened Thursday. $73 billion of the company's market value was wiped out hours after the company warned of slowing growth in electric car sales and existential threat from Chinese rivals. The drop comes as Tesla continues developing the next generation vehicle, likely a lower price model.
More to come this morning. The future of the Lewis line still on the line. We'll tell you what's next for that topic that is driving controversy in the city.
And a very warm start to our Friday. 65 in Salisbury. Spicer Brothers Cam, a little foggy out there. Watch out for that dense fog through the morning hours. We've got one more really mild day, then a big cool down into the weekend with more rain to come. It's the weekend. That's what happens, right? Even colder into next week. I'll have the details in your forecast after the break.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network Coach Who Makes a Difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
Welcome to Bethany Blues Barbecue's newest location, Downtown Blues. Located 1 block off the avenue in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Downtown Blues is offering exceptional barbecue, fantastic seasonal specials, with a fully stocked bar, guaranteed for great times with your friends and family. Don't forget, carryout is available daily from open till close. We look forward to seeing you soon at Downtown Blues.
Michael Anderson of Anderson Wealth Management has the strategies you need to help plan your retirement. Catch Wise Money right here on WRDE.
At Coast Country, we're more than just music. We're a part of Delmarva's heart. Every month, Coast Country Cares, together with Spicer Brothers, steps up to serve our community. We're here helping local organizations and supporting our neighbors all year round. Join us in making a difference. Stay tuned to learn where we'll be next or visit coastcountry.com to see how you can be a part of our mission. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers, because we are Delmarva proud.
For the world's greatest athletes, there is nothing like competing on the world's biggest stage. An Olympics unlike any other. The Paris Olympics.
Catch the Paris Olympics right here on Coast TV.
On Jeopardy! Champions Wildcard, it's the last game before the semifinals. Who will take the remaining spot?
We don't know what's going to happen.
Friday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
6:17 a.m. on this Friday morning. Foggy start as we look to get started for the weekend, Bob.
Absolutely, Matt. I was driving in and, you hit the fog and then you're out of it. And then when you hit it, it is really thick. We still have the cold ground and also the warmer air above. And we have a lot of fog along the coast, dense marine fog advisory here. So right along the immediate coast, it's cooler and foggy. Also north of Sussex County into Kent County and points west into the eastern shore. That's where we have the fog. 7 miles in Georgetown right now, but it's right along the immediate coast from Ocean City up into Delaware. That's where the fog is thickest right now. And we are looking at, mostly cloudy skies at the present time and a few scattered light showers off to our north and west. And we can see a few of those showers. We've got a warm front lifting through. Seems like we've had a warm front the last 3 days. And this will bring in the warmest day of the year, perhaps near record warmth. And we've got more clouds and moisture to our south and west. And eventually another storm by Sunday. Temperatures now very mild. 66 Salisbury, Georgetown 64. This is incredible. 63 in Milton, but cooler 40s and lower 50s along the coast where you have that fog. So a big contrast between the coast and inland areas where we have this southwesterly wind, and will continue a pretty cool along the coast, but very mild inland, middle 60s today. And by noon, we're calling it mostly cloudy, mid to upper 60s. And I think a lot of us are in the lower 70s around 3 o'clock. Ellendale, Milton, back through Lewis, but only 55 in Dewey Beach. So very chilly here, but inland, that's where we'll see the very warm conditions and maybe a stray shower as we go into the evening hours. And then tonight, that's the end of the mild weather. The winds shift to the north. Temperatures fall from the 50s into the 40s by Saturday morning. And Saturday is a mostly cloudy day and cooler with temperatures into the mid 50s. And then we've got another system we're watching later Saturday into Saturday night and Sunday morning. This brings a cold rain to Delmarva with some wind as well, and even maybe some wintry mix or snow farther to the north through New York back into Pennsylvania. And we're wrapping in that rain as we go through your Sunday and even into Monday. Could be a kind of a wet and miserable start to the day and much colder as we go through time. And as far as rainfall amounts, maybe inch and a half, maybe a little more of rain as we go into early next week. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 70 today. The record is 75. I don't think we get there, but very mild nonetheless. 55 on Saturday, rain later Saturday, and then rain on Sunday, 48. And maybe some flurries mixed in with the rain on Monday, 43, and very cold into next week. Our umbrella winner today is Jesse Gray from Daxboro. Congratulations, Jesse, on your brand new umbrella from CoastTV and Paul Davis.
Thanks so much, Bob. And don't forget that CoastTV has a brand new Facebook page. Check it out for the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Just visit and follow our Facebook page. Head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or scan that QR code on your screen to stay connected with us.
Well, a lot of talk, not a lot more action on the bus line in Lewis. This after Mayor Andrew Williams and the City Council did not come to a decision about its future. Now, according to city officials, 2024, it is the last year of the 5-bus Lewis line system based on the city's agreement with DelDOT. A system where people can call a bus to pick them up is an option that's being looked at, as well as a scale-back program that would run 9 hours Friday through Sunday. Now, some businesses in Lewis told CoastTV that the bus system helps bring more customers in because riders, they don't have to worry about parking during the busy season. Potential action on the bus system's future could occur at a February City Council meeting.
More information on why the historic Lewis Farmers Market wants to ban dogs. The market told council that this move comes after increasing safety concerns, including dogs getting into fights and a child being bitten. Market officials have noted a high number of dogs in the past seasons, leading to potential public health risks. Service animals, they would be allowed at the farmers market. The City Council will also review this proposal in their meeting coming up in February.
Well, still ahead, a different way to decompose. We're going to tell you about the new proposal that would offer a new way to lay your loved ones to rest.
Icy cold, cool things to do for the last weekend of January. Coming up, the taste, tours, and trucks that will take you into the wild this weekend.
On the next Tamron Hall.
Please welcome the cast of Sisters. People are crying in the audience. They joined to celebrate their 7th season. Is there anything that you can tell the Tam fam? They're trying to leave the set. Then this mother-daughter duo may dress alike, but is their bond too extreme? You have to go on the dates with them. I could go. And the emotional reunion, 40 years in the making, on the next Tamron Hall.
Friday at 3 on CoastTV. NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on CoastTV.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Florida, from Lewiston, Maine. Part of our continued reporting. This is what a country at war looks like. Women, children. What is it like? Countless neighborhoods across the region that look just like this. Everybody good? It took for all this damage to occur.
Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV. Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
And we have details of a chemical emergency in Pocomoke City. Worcester County Fire Marshal says one patient had been exposed to iodine monochloride at Ricca Chemical Company. 2 other victims were also confirmed after another employee there and a first responder with the original patient during treatment. Fire Marshal says hazmat team members entered the facility and fully wrapped in chemical-resistant suits to document and determine the safety of the scene before cleanup efforts could begin. The agency says all the victims reported respiratory irritation and were decontaminated before being taken to the hospital for further evaluation and treatment.
Death, it's always a somber subject, but for those who are considering what they want done with their body after they pass away, there are a number of options. Now the House of Representatives in Delaware considering legislation around natural organic reduction. This alternative respectfully recycles human remains, turning them into soil. Parcel Funeral Home in Lewis says the process is similar to cremation, but without the carbon emissions.
I think this gives a gentle alternative to some of the disposition options that are out there, and I think everyone has considered reducing their carbon footprint or a way we can help to protect our environment going forward.
Next, the bill on natural organic reduction will go to the Senate if that's approved. It'll take at least 12 months before this becomes an option in funeral homes.
This does bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, would you consider human composting for end-of-life services?
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, 50% of you. There it is. Unlikely. Okay. Not out of the question completely. 34% of you say definitely. All right. Just 9% of you say maybe, and 7% say traditional only. I guess that would be traditional cremation or traditional burial.
That's what yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, hey, if you still haven't voted, you can. Leave us your opinion. Head to coasttv.com or our mobile app.
All right, as we bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey, we are working on a very, very warm start to our Friday.
Yeah, incredibly mild. Not record-setting, but I think inland areas are in the 70s. But it will be cooler along the beaches, guys, as we are looking at some fog there this morning. And temperatures in the 50s and eventually 60s for Ocean City and Fenwick Island. Might be a little cooler than this because we have the fog. And the Atlantic Ocean is very chilly right now into the mid-40s. Lewis right now actually is in the 50s and even the 40s. But by this afternoon, we're into the 60s with clouds, maybe a few showers, mid-60s or a Rehoboth, waves around 2 to 4 feet. This is the last mild day. We've got big changes into the weekend, and especially next week as winter comes back with a vengeance. I'll have your full forecast in about 3 minutes.
It's the last weekend of January, and the icy action is well underway despite this warm weather in one coastal community.
Coast TV's Mallory Metzner shows us the icy coolest things to do this weekend.
Head into the wild in Bethany Beach to experience a wintry wonderland. The Fire and Ice Festival is back with a new theme. Over 60,000 pounds of ice is coming to the quiet resorts. There's sculpture tours, live ice carvings, and my personal favorite, the ice rink, which is at Lord's Landscaping in Millville this year. The chili cook-off sparks friendly competition between local restaurants to benefit the Millville Volunteer Fire Company. Take the tasting tour to find themed cocktails at businesses in the Bethany-Fenwick area. Bird lovers are flocking to the beaches for the 9th annual Winter Delmarva Dogfish Birding Weekend. There are walking and hiking tours in places like Cape and Lopin State Park, Prime Hook, and the Indian River Inlet. The Wheelhouse is hosting a tally rally Saturday afternoon for those interested to see which species were spotted and to learn about local birding hotspots. There are no limits for these monster trucks. They'll be back in Salisbury this weekend for wheelie contests, monster truck rides, and races. The Wicomico Youth and Civic Center says kids ages 3 to 9 years old can enter to drive their own Power Wheels racer. Tickets can be purchased online or at the box office before you roll into this exciting event. Grab your golden ticket. The Milton Theater has showtimes through Sunday for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the student main stage production. The theater says this candy-coated adventure is made to be viewed by all ages. There is an interactive map for the Fire and Ice Festival. I have a link to explore it, as well as full event schedules and ticket information for all of these cool things to do in the article on CoastTV.com.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives. They're coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on Earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy to chop salads in seconds and cut frozen solid meat with ease and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp guaranteed. A complete set of chef knives can cost you hundreds, but today you can get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. Order right now and we'll even ship them to you free. Now get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone. The last knives you'll ever buy.
Call 1-800-645-8074 or go to buynutriblade.com.
Hi, Chef Daniel Greenhead with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blenders shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
On the next Tamron Hall.
Please welcome the cast of Sisters. People are crying in the audience. They joined to celebrate their 7th season. Is there anything that you can tell the Tam fam? They're trying to leave the set. Then this mother-daughter duo may dress alike, but is their bond too extreme? You have to go on the dates with them. I could go. And the emotional reunion 40 years in the making on the next Tamron Hall.
Friday at 3 on CoastTV.
This is CoastTV News
January
Today.
26, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, it's 5:31 a.m. This is the final Friday of January, Paige.
Flew by, and it's a long month.
It is 31 days.
Imagine how fast February is going to fly.
It's gonna, even though we get the extra day this year, it's leap year this year in February.
You're right. I forgot about
but
that.
Still.
Yeah. Don't try to say fast February.
Fast February fly.
Too many times in a row.
Don't say fast February fly fast.
Ooh, now we're getting challenging around here. Let's bring.
I'm getting crazy here, Bob.
Bob, stop us.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Come on in.
A lot of tongue twisters this morning, right? Otherwise, guys, and good morning, by the way. We are looking at fog out there along the coast. We do have a dense marine fog advisory until noon. Ocean Pines up to Lewis. So right along the immediate coast, we have fog here. Also to the north into Kent County and the eastern shore of Maryland. Now, it looks like the visibility has improved for the time being, but we're still seeing areas of patchy fog, so really be careful. The big story this morning is the very warm weather. 66 Salisbury, Georgetown 64, Redden 63. But along the media coast, we're in the 40s and 50s with some of that fog. And I think we're seeing some breaks as well, and we will today. So with that sunshine, we really warm up. We've got some light showers off to our north and west and a front that's stalled right over the top of us. So cooler to the north and much warmer to the south. So we'll be looking at these temperatures for most of us inland areas, mid-60s. As we go into the afternoon, I think some of us are in the low 70s, cooler 50s and 60s along the beaches. Could see a stray shower into the evening hours. If you're going for a run today, cloudy skies and mild, good running weather. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s.
Big shakeup in an already controversial project. Orsted is breaking ties with the state of Maryland in what may be a bid to bring in more money.
Yeah, CoastTV News reporter Charles Reiner is covering the story. He has details and new reaction from Governor Wes Moore.
It's a major 966 megawatt wind farm that the company Orsted is looking to build off the coast of Maryland. But after a new announcement today, they're severing ties with the state to do it. Orsted is now looking for private funding for its Skipjack project, calling the partnership with Maryland no longer commercially viable. Despite the change, the end goal is the same. David Hardy, Group Executive Vice President at Orsted, said today, "We will continue to advance Skipjack's wind development milestones, including construction and operations plan."
People I spoke with tonight here in Ocean City said they're still not too enthusiastic about this project and are hoping that it just doesn't happen at all.
Is it producing jobs from the local area? I'm not too certain about that. Are the benefits from the wind farm coming to the area? I'm not too certain about that.
As Orsted continues to move forward, Maryland Governor Wes Moore now sees this announcement as a setback. In a statement, Governor Moore said he is, quote, disappointed by the news of Orsted's repositioning of the Skipjack Wind Project, an effort that has the capacity to impact the lives of so many Marylanders, end quote. The governor has been proactive in pushing a plan for the state to achieve 100% clean energy by the year 2035. He says he will continue to work to do that. I'm Charles Reinert in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
This morning, changes to Delaware's medical marijuana code moving forward after getting an approval by one chamber in the General Assembly. On Thursday, the State House voted 26-10 to approve this amendment, and it removes a requirement for a patient to have a debilitating medical condition to qualify for a medical marijuana card. Instead, healthcare providers will determine if the patient qualifies. It's now in the state Senate for review.
Happening Saturday in Milton, town officials claim millions of dollars needed for upgrades to the water system, and property owners, they'll make the determination to allow Milton to borrow that money. What's being proposed is over $1.7 million for water main replacement under Cary, Walnut, Magnolia, Mill Streets, and Bay Avenue. Nearly $4 million for the Federal Street Water Tower. The borrowed money would come from the Delaware Drinking Water State Revolving Fund. Voting in person will be at the fire station in Milton on Front Street from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Well, here is footage you can see from Rehoboth Beach. This is of the demolition prep work for the old beach patrol off Baltimore Avenue. The city wants people to know that demolition work will officially get underway this Monday at 10 a.m. Mayor Stan Mills will be on hand to take the ceremonial first swing at demolition of that building. The legislation to address the crisis at the southern border might have to wait until next year.
Yeah, many House Republicans already say they don't want to compromise because the Biden administration continues to allow massive numbers of illegal migrants to cross into Texas.
The polls show immigration is a top issue for GOP voters, but now a border bill might not be possible this year.
It could take even longer if Republicans don't win total control of the government, that is, unless Democrats are willing to compromise.
More news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up this morning, flooding fix on hold. We'll tell you why a study in Bethany Beach is not making progress just yet.
Also a Henlopen clash in girls basketball. We've got the tales of Woodbridge and Del Mar. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams, owner of Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned mattress retailer. Have you ever heard someone say, I'd love to spend $8,000 on an air mattress? No? Me neither. So why break the bank for a mattress you're going to set once and never adjust again? If you need a solution for separate firmnesses for each side of the bed, there's a Split King that can do the job. Your comfort is important, but so is your bank account. Choose wisely.
Mattress Peddlers.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
It is a foggy and mild Friday morning across Del Mar, but Tidal Health Cam in Salisbury, you can see the low clouds, 66 degrees, incredibly mild out there. Also foggy along the coast, dense marine fog advisory until noon there. Also north and west of Sussex County, that's where we're seeing some of that dense fog. Right now, visibility is not too bad officially, but we do have those pockets of fog, so be careful out there. And you can see the swath of 60s for inland areas right now with 40s and 50s along the coast. Here's our drive this morning. Use extra caution, leave extra time to get to your destination. Watch out for the dense fog. And then this afternoon, I gave it the yellow light, mild with scattered showers. And remember to call 443-880-9100. That's the First Alert weather line. Your forecast is just a call away.
A study that attempts to lead to a fix for flooding still has an uncertain future in Bethany Beach. According to the town's assistant town manager, there is still no update when the Back Bay study could start up again due to lack of funding. Project being handled by the Army Corps of Engineers in Denrec looks to focus on flooding and prepare coastal towns for big storms. We went to Bethany Beach to better understand how people there feel about this, and here's what one person told us.
It's bad for the people of the town, it's bad for the businesses of the town, it's bad for tourists, it's just bad for the environment, it's bad for everybody.
And the town's Stormwater and Flooding Committee talked about this and other flooding topics. The committee will be meeting again in 2 months.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. In Henlopen Girls Hoops, Woodbridge going for their 6th consecutive victory and facing Del Mar. The Wildcats looking to collect their 2nd straight win over a top team in the Henlopen South. Del Mar traveling to Woodbridge for this one. Reagan Robinson eyeing up the defense, then knocking it down from Tripletown for the Blue Raiders. Then Robinson finding Tiana Neal for the easy deuce. But Del Mar would respond right away on the other side. Layla Brown smothered in defense, but gets it to go down for 2. Next possession, Brown finds Olivia Rich, and she shoots the jumper and gets the friendly bounce for 2. A few minutes later on, Robinson driving to the lane and gets the bucket and the foul. She would get the old-fashioned three-point play right there. And Robinson was on fire tonight. Nothing phases her as she drills another triple. And it wasn't just the offense getting it done for Woodbridge. How about the defense? Tiana Neal getting in a few blocks, then knocking down a steal as well, and creating fast break opportunities for the Raiders. But Del Mar would still fight to the very end as Brown gets the lay-in right there. Also, Nevaeh Scott getting in on the action for the Wildcats with a three-pointer of her own. But Reagan Robinson was relentless for the Raiders as Woodbridge goes on to defeat Del Mar 60-35. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
In some entertainment news now, we have insights on an Emmy winner and an Oscar nominee. Looking forward to both of those. Here's David Daniel with your Hollywood Minute.
On the day that I was born black, I was also born a homosexual. They either believe in freedom and justice for all, or they do not.
Oscar nominee Coleman Domingo says he did not take his role as a civil rights icon in Rustin lightly.
I prepared like I've never prepared before because I knew the impact that it could have. It's rare when a story like this gets told with an openly gay black man in the center. And I want to make sure I gave it as much humanity and complexity and wit, humor, sexuality as possible.
You go and write your stories. Folks need to know about this.
Origin co-star Niecy Nash-Betts praises director Ava DuVernay for bringing the film's theme to the production.
Because we were making a film about this idea of caste and this system of hierarchy, she kind of wanted to do away with that on the set. She took intentional time to go in and speak with our background actors every day to just connect with them and see how they were doing and what's going on and, you know, all of those types of things, because sometimes they can be placed on the bottom, you know, and she was like, no, we will do none of that around here.
Origin expands to wide release today. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Use extra caution on the roads this morning. There are areas of dense fog. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp, 65 in Laurel right now, so it's incredibly mild. The one last mild day before we see, well, the cool down for the weekend and some rain as well. And then winter is back with a vengeance next week. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up after the break.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro. the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Lasercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Lasercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Lasercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group. Weather shapes our lives. At CoastTV, our First Alert weather team is always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
So we're looking for it to begin to make its way towards Fenwick Island pretty quickly here.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
Our promise is to guide, inform, and protect.
Make sure you are remaining weather aware tomorrow.
Weather coverage that prioritizes you. CoastTV and the First Alert weather team. Your safety, our commitment.
We are going to take a live look right now at Salisbury, and it is kind of hard to tell there, Bob, but you've been warning us. I gave a warning earlier. I definitely hit that patchy fog on the way in, and it was kind of like you're driving, wall of fog, and then just clear. So it's hard to tell when it's going to show up.
Yeah, you go low beams and then high beams when you get out of the fog, and then low beams back into the fog. So it's kind of a balancing act as we go through the morning hours, Paige, as we are looking at areas of low clouds and fog along with the very mild conditions as well. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the Coast TV weather app. You can track the fog advisories, these very warm temperatures, and the changes on the way for this weekend. We do have a dense marine fog advisory right along the immediate coast. That's where the fog is thickest, and then out into the Atlantic Ocean. That also includes the Delaware Bay. We also have a dense fog advisory into Kent County and also a portion of the eastern shore of Maryland. Nothing officially for the rest of Sussex, but we are seeing that patchy fog, so you really have to be careful out there. We're officially showing 10 miles visibility in Georgetown, but along the coast, that is where we're seeing some of the lower visibility right now. As we're looking at mostly cloudy skies, the low clouds, and it's possible we could see a sprinkle this morning. We're seeing some sprinkles around D.C. and back into southern Jersey as well. Nothing all that significant as we have a warm front that got hung up right over the top of us as a stationary front. To the north, it's cooler. To the south, it's much warmer. So we've got that battle zone right over the top of us, and we've got more moisture off to our south and west, and that will continue to bring in the mild weather and some of the moisture and another storm system moving into the second half of the weekend. But look at these temperatures right now. 63 in Milton, Delmar 64, Salisbury 66 degrees. So, boy, it's really going to warm up quickly today. We're already there, and we're looking at 40s and 50s along the coast right now as the winds are coming in out of the south and west. And here's Futurecast this morning. Watch out for the fog. We've got the breezes keeping us in the 60s inland, 50s along the coast. 9 a.m. temperatures do start to creep up, and we will start to see sunshine by noon, and that will quickly get us into the 70s, I believe, around Ellendale, Milton, Lewis, and several other locations, inland areas. Officially in Georgetown, 75 is the record. Don't think we'll get there. 50s and 60s along the coast. Could see a stray shower this evening. It's mild early this evening, and then it cools down after midnight. Temperatures in the 50s, then back into the 40s by Saturday morning. So it will be a reality check for sure. By noon, mostly cloudy and lower 50s. So about a 20 degree swing tomorrow. Much, much cooler into the afternoon and into Saturday evening as well, as we see southwesterly winds this afternoon start to shift to the north as we go into tonight and tomorrow, ushering in that cooler air and eventually into the east as we go into Saturday evening. And those easterly winds out ahead of this system that brings rain in, and a cold rain for Delmarva as we go into Saturday night and on into Sunday, and even a wintry mixture snow well to the north. But for us, it will be cold and windy, and some of that rain could linger into early Monday. Otherwise, it will be very, very cold as we go into early next week, and maybe inch and a half of rain with this next system. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 70 degrees today with a few showers possible, 55 Saturday, 48 on Sunday, and then winter's back next week, 43 on Monday with some showers into the 20s by Tuesday morning, and highs only in the 40s Tuesday and beyond with a mix of sun and clouds.
All right, thanks, Bob. And for more weather updates, make sure to pull out your phone, scan the QR code for our First Alert Weather app, and you can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
The city of Seaford approved a new partnership with the HELP Initiative. This is the same group known for their Seaford Lights display and safety inspections. The new collaboration will introduce a program involving the police department, which includes funding for additional security cameras and significant upgrades at the police station to improve monitoring capabilities. These improvements are part of a 2-year plan aimed at bolstering community safety and visibility.
The condition and cleanup of local parks getting some attention in Milton, and the town may take a vote on what to do about the cleanup. The committee is also scheduled to talk about recent park user survey results. The town's Park and Rec Committee is meeting next Wednesday, and they're meeting at the Cannery Village Clubhouse.
Town of Greenwood now accepting requests from teams, leagues, or other organizations who wish to reserve the town's ball field in advance for organized sports and recreational activities. These scheduled requests are for the spring and the early summer season. They've been extended to February 29th due to the late notice. Those forms can be found at town offices, and the town says reservations will be approved first come, first served.
Well, up next, doctors are discovering a new link between chronic pain and dementia. We'll show you what they found and how it can help prevent dementia. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
And we've got 60s inland while we're looking at 40s along the coast right now. 49, and we're hoping chilly there. So a big contrast, and one last really mild day. And then we've got rain for part of the weekend and cooler and much colder weather next week. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
With all the choices of services around Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields, including Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva Dave, and Buchanan Subaru. Visit DelmarvaExperts.com for various local professionals offering the best of Delmarva. Delmarva Experts, local experts right where you need them.
Turn your home into a masterpiece with Artwork Painting. Local professional painters at an affordable price.
Artwork Painting did an excellent job with our house. We were really happy with all of the pieces of work they did, the drywall work, the walls, the trim. I would definitely recommend Artwork Painting for your house.
Artwork Painting treats our customers and their homes with care, delivering quality work and experiences. Call Artwork Painting now for a free same-day estimate. Artwork Painting, keeping Southern Delaware beautiful inside and out.
On the next Tamron Hall.
Please welcome the cast of Sisters. People are crying in the audience. They joined to celebrate their 7th season. Is there anything that you can tell the Tam fam? They're trying to leave the set. Then this mother-daughter duo may dress alike, but is their bond too extreme? You have to go on the dates with them. I could go. And the emotional reunion 40 years in the making on the next Tamron Hall.
Friday at 3 on CoastTV.
At Coast Country, we're more than just music. We're a part of Delmarva's heart. Every month, Coast Country Cares, together with Spicer Brothers, steps up to serve our community. We're here helping local organizations and supporting our neighbors all year round. Join us in making a difference. Stay tuned to learn where we'll be next, or visit coastcountry.com to see how you can be a part of our mission. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers, because we are Delmarva proud.
On Jeopardy! Champions Wildcard, it's the last game before the semifinals. Who will take the remaining spot?
We don't know what's going to happen.
Friday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Well, in the U.S., over 50 million people experienced chronic pain in 2021. Worldwide, so over 55 million people are living with dementia, with 10 million new cases every year.
Yeah, Marty Salt shows us how scientists at UT Health San Antonio, they're looking into chronic pain, inflammation, and dementia.
Arthritis, back pain, inflammation, and even cancer are common causes of chronic pain. In a study of 500,000 UK participants, it was discovered the longer the pain lasts, the higher your risk of developing dementia. In another study, doctors at UT Health San Antonio concluded that pain triggers immune cells to create neuroinflammation that can lead to changes in brain function.
In the study that we had looked at with Framingham participants and cardiovascular health study participants, we had seen that the higher markers of soluble CD14 predicted a higher risk of developing dementias of all types. It was like they were aging faster.
New studies are showing that people who have experienced inflammation and chronic pain for more than 3 months are at a higher risk of developing dementia.
Their risk of developing dementia or stroke is multifactorial. A part of it is inflammation, a part of it is perhaps other things. So we expect that a multi-marker panel may tell an individual which part needs to be more aggressively treated.
Research continues on ways to prevent dementia. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
And Dr. Sachardi says the only markers to determine someone's risk are age, sex, and a POE, but her team looking at adding blood markers to get a more accurate consensus. It is now 5:55. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Yeah, Paige, last Friday in January, it feels like the last Friday in May. You know, we were talking during the break, beach activities.
Yeah.
I mean, it just has that feel today.
Definitely.
And, but don't be deceived because the beaches are actually cool right now. We're in the 40s and 50s there, guys, and it's inland that's warmer. So that's where the milder conditions will be a little chillier along the coast. But that said, still a gorgeous day. Watch out for the fog this morning. It will be a little dense. Temperatures in the 60s and then into the lower 70s for this afternoon as we will see some peaks of sun. The record in Georgetown, by the way, is 75. And here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Back to our reality check for the weekend. 55 on Saturday. Much of the day is dry. We'll see rain building in Saturday night. And then Sunday is rainy and 48 degrees. And then much colder next week. 43 on Monday with showers. And then the rest of the week is in the 40s. Mainly dry. Overnight lows in the 20s and 30s. Looks like another chance of rain by next Friday. But this is the last really mild day.
At 15 degrees, that is a reality check there. All right, thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, Ørsted's Maryland move and the possible setback to put a wind farm off of our coast. That and more as we continue on Coast TV News Today.